One second. One second. I forget which. Yeah, there it is. Haha. There. We're gonna. How's everybody doing? One second. I do the wind. I do. Hope you're doing good. We're gonna be doing something a tiny bit different today. Not super different, but a tiny bit different. But I gotta get stuff set up. I'm just posting this to places. How is everything going? Post. I can't quite see. Give me a second. I'm just. This is always the most annoying little part of the stream is having to post the alert everywhere. I should just set it up automatically, but why do that? Why make my life easier? Okay. Because I haven't done anything with it yet, that's why. Okay. Sorry, that took me a sec to post places where I post it. Okay. Lay! Oh my god! Yes, it has been ages. It's good to see you. Yes. Okay. Okay, sorry. It took me long. Because I haven't done anything with the fucking. Sorry, flipping. Reconnect. Okay. Okay. Speaking of cats. How's everybody doing? Ooh. And then you're officially done? Okay. You've been surviving. Yeah. It is funny. With digital, I kind of have to show you guys the reference, which I usually don't do. You've been surviving. It's fairly normal. It's called going on Pinterest and downloading downloading pictures. That's what I do, Gabriel. That is legitimately what I do to find like references and stuff. Is I'm pretty much exclusively going on Pinterest. I did upgrade to Procreate. Yes, fancy. Yeah. Well, I got a new iPad a little bit a while ago, and with the new iPad, I now have the ability to do digital art. So we've been doing some digital art. Yes, it is. It's great. It's great to find references and just pictures in general. Google is now being very special, I would say, about letting you download pictures. They always make you jump through a few hoops, whereas Pinterest is like, oh, you can just download pictures. No, I got the real deal Apple Pencil. Pinterest is your best friend? Yeah. I don't post anything. I don't post anything, by the way, on Pinterest. This is not like an advertisement for people to like go follow me there. It's just I use it purely as a reference source. Well, your freaking dog. Your freaking dog ate it? Ugh. Also, by the way, Gabe, that's a. Are you willing to share your browser history? Ugh. They must see it as just like a nice little chew toy. Ooh, that's exciting. Nobody would. Nobody would. Honestly, guys, do you go on any fun sites? Like, I'm so sick of Yeah. Well, Gabe, if you ever want to help with writing, I'd be willing to help. I'm willing to help anybody, by the way. I've been thinking maybe we could, if somebody wants me to, I could look over their story and give some notes on stream one of these days. If anybody wants that. Yeah. What happened to your husband? So what is up with people? The Wind. What have you been doing? Has anybody seen the Backrooms movie yet? I'm really curious to see that movie. I'm not really part of that like fandom or anything. I'm just curious to see. Fuck, how does a 19-year-old? The roof is up, man. I mean, part of it is just pure jealousy that a 19-year-old got to direct a movie, but I'm excited. I'm also partly excited to see what a 19-year-old can do with an actual budget. Do you, I mean, have you heard the backstory behind that? Kane Parsons, who is like, I think he's like 20, 21 now, got to direct that movie when he was 19. So, I'm curious what a kid can do with an actual budget. There's a... Yeah. Yeah. Well, okay. So, no, he did the job as director. Um, yeah. No, I mean, I mean, I'm jealous, but like more of a like, I mean, yeah, a little bit of him, but it's not it's not like angry jealous. It's just like more like, oh man, that would have been so cool. Go to check, Gabe. Just remembering back when I was the young, uh, up and comer, and not the old, never was that I am right now. That's good, Gabe. I like it. I'm at the moment I've been trying to upload a video every day because, I talk about this, but summer is a really good time to like do social media stuff because like numbers just go up during the summer, which is why I'm always quizzing people a little bit why I'm always quizzing people when summer is coming, because I'm like, okay, when is a good time for me to start? Summer vacation. Summer vacation is always just a good time to do anything like social media related. You should. Layla, you're a really good artist, so. Have you guys... Oh, boo. Boo. Tell the weather to get real, wind. Why don't you just start with, like, speed draws or something? Just something like that. Just post the... Wind, you have to see, but I don't want to embarrass you, Layla, but Layla is legitimately a very good artist. Much better than me. I should not be having. I should not have a following as mediocrely skilled in art over Layla. Yeah, because you live in Oman where the temperatures get reasonable during the winter. Hey, I can say that. I lived in the Middle East. Let's see. I know it's... Let me find... Since you shared them on the Discord, I'll post... We have a ton of... By the way, we have a ton of great artists here in the community. But let me find something like I did. Including Rin. Rin, by the way, your art is always really good too. For me, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. So I've fallen into a very nasty little sleep schedule, where in the middle of the afternoon I fall asleep, but then I wake up at like 12, like midnight, and so that means I'm up. Means I'm tired at the exact wrong times and not tired. It's very annoying. Chili. Ren, by the way, that was a really good drawing of me. I was really impressed with that. You posted a lot, Ren. I'm just looking for... When... Oh. Trying to figure out. Yeah. Who are you drawing? Oh, here's some of Layla's art. Here we go. Isn't that good? Isn't that good? Oh. Oh, shoot. Ugh, damn it. It expired. So, here's what happens. I can... this program I'm using to mirror... One second. This program I'm using to mirror my thing, I have to reset it every 10 minutes. So... Yeah, I know. That's what I'm explaining. I have to reset it every 10 minutes. There we go. Here's some... That's, this is some of Layla's art. Right? I always saw Layla. Yeah, right? Layla. Praise. You're getting praise. You are getting praise for your art ability. Trust me, you do well. Yes, she is. She is very talented. Well, these are external validations. You're amazing. But you are very good, Layla. I told you that I would... told you... I'm trying to talk Layla into opening up commissions. But, you don't have to, obviously, but people would. I know one person in particular who would. So, Gabe, what have you been working on these days? See, one of the things I'm okay. I'm not terrible at. It is. It's really early. Who's your husband? I'm okay at physical stick and, pencil and paper art, but it's like. Just, digital is something I'm still learning. I'm still struggling with as a concept. Yeah, it's... And, the best thing to do when you're learning a new skill... The best thing to do when you're learning a new skill, and I think everybody agrees with this, is to immediately broadcast it to the world so that you can be judged in front of everybody for doing something something new. Yeah, it's about to be sunrise for me. Oh. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Well, I figured you were. I remember you saying that you're in Australia. Your brother, Rin? You mean your brother? Nikita. Yes, Nikita. I know Nikita. They've popped by the stream before. They're very nice. That was so funny. like immediately you two got caught doing that. I would have believed it too. You know what you guys screwed up on? Rin, you know what you guys screwed up on? You didn't change the channel name. You just changed the at. And it's like, and you asked like, what do you think of my PFP? What do you think of my PFP? And I'm like, oh, I don't know. So I clicked it and I saw it was Nikita. Like, I would have bought it or at least believed it was somebody. It was, good on Nikita for trying to keep the bit going, but that was so funny. You guys got caught immediately. Welcome back, Gabe. Where is the, I just realized the chat is not there. Browser. There's. We might just go chatless with this. Oh well. Oh, so usually I have the chat displayed on here, but I don't feel like getting it set up tonight. So what happened was Rin and her friend Nikita came on, and Nikita was pretending to be Rin's brother. Now, the trick would have worked. Okay. The trick would have worked if Nikita had bothered to change the actual name of their channel. So, and they asked, what do you think of the PFP? And when I looked at the PFT, it said Nikita. See, the thing is, I know Nikita. Nikita comes by the stream every once in a while. I know who Nikita is because they've popped up a few times. So when they asked, the plan immediately screwed up. But Nikita was a champ. They kept up the bit the whole stream. So Gabe, what have you been up to these days? Even though they blew it like right at the opening bell. Of course they did. I don't like the. Usually I have the chat displayed on screen so like the two chats can see each other, but I don't like that it's not there at the moment. Hello, Gabriel! Hello! Welcome to YouTube. Thank you for popping on here. The truth of it is, I'll be honest with you guys, the YouTube stream is the more important stream at the moment for me, because the longer you guys are on here, the more watch hours I get. So I do prioritize the YouTube stream right now because I need the watch hours. Gabriel is from Twitter, from Twitch. UG! One, two, three, four. So, Gabe. I do always want to pronounce your, like Dracula. I always want to pronounce your name. Gabriel. I believe because I think there's a video. Gabriel Knight is what I'm thinking of, but so what? ABC 1. Wait a minute. Oh, okay, Wind. Still good to see you. You gotta blow away? Oh, damn. Give it a sec, it'll come back. There we go. I wish I could turn on emoji only chat for a sec. One of my favorite internet things ever was one of the funniest internet things that happened was you know that Snoop Dogg will stream occasionally on Twitch? Ooh la la. That's essentially what I am. That's essentially what I am already, Gabriel. Is essentially what I am already. Charming, huge, charming. A charming image. So what happened was that there was an audio error on his thing, and audio wasn't being broadcast, but he had turned on emoji only chat. So for 3 hours, his followers were just trying to tell him that his audio wasn't working. But with emoji, they didn't know how to contact him with anything. They couldn't talk to him with anything else but emojis. So it was like for 3 hours, he was just nothing was coming out. It's funny. It's a funny little story. Hello. He didn't. No, that's the story. He never noticed. He streamed for like 3 hours and then shut it off, and he never noticed that nobody could hear him. Well, yeah, yeah. I assume so because there was like news coverage of it afterwards. I assume he did learn about it at some point. Yeah, no. Yeah, stuff like that. Ah. Do young people listen to Snoop Dogg? I was just thinking about that. Like, might be more of a media personality nowadays than like pop. Pop it, but talk it. What are, anybody else look? Got sometimes it's hard to. Yeah. So, do you guys know it's really hard doing a video every day? Um. So, I'm trying to think of trying to get the conversation going again. We already have 84 views on this stream. Nice. Spider-Man. Are we all excited about Spider-Man? I mean, that's supposed to be sort of my job, Rin, is to keep the conversation going. You know, a streamer is essentially the MC of like the stream, you know, and their job is, you know, you're supposed to kind of keep the moving and you know, keep the energy moving, keep the excitement up. But sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's hard because you don't know exactly what to say. Because you know what, guys, my life has not dramatically changed since like since 3 days ago when I streamed. Like, so there's nothing really to talk about right now. In that front, other than like, oh no, I'm a potato. Poof, potato. You know, we never figure. You know, the movies have never definitively answered who Spider-Man is. There's clues, you know, but we could never figure out exactly who it is. Oh, if you want to share, feel free. Yeah, that sounds fun. Who's Ado? Did anybody? Okay, here's a young person thing I know that people probably have thoughts on. Anybody see the Game Over verse? I watched it. I watched a relevant hip thing and talked about it. Oh, Gabriel, you'd like, yeah, you'd like the game. I think you'd like the Game Oververse. Game Oververse, the newest pilot from Glitch. Created by Rubber Ross, who is a YouTuber I know nothing about. Well, now you do have time. It's good. It's pretty, like... I liked it. I did a review on it. I made 2 videos about it. Glitch is very popular. And then I made a joke video about the leaks of The Amazing Digital Circus, where I gave away the ending. But the joke is, all I'm doing is giving away the ending of Breaking Bad. But I'm claiming it's the ending of Digital Circus, which that's a video I really enjoyed making, but some people got very hurt by that, which was, yeah. Anyways, so Layla, did you ever work more on that webtoon idea you told me about? Oh. See, I'm better at catching it. Yeah. Yeah, it's a big twist. Batman dies in Avengers Endgame. Oh, sick! That's so sick. Yeah, comic art is hard. Hello, bonjour! Buongiorno! Greetings, hello, buongiorno. Well, if you ever need help with, like, writing and stuff, I'm always there. It's so infuriating, isn't it? Yeah. Well, comic book artists, usually happy to help. Happy to help, Layla. As a former professional writer, it's a crime to abbreviate cyberpunk. Cypunk? That sounds like it's apple cider punk. Yeah. As somebody who's made all of one comic, You know, the funny thing is, I initially wanted to learn how to draw so I could make my own comics. Still haven't done that. Talk about My Hero Academia. Oh. Okay. I mean, just show a speed drawing. Rin? That. You do good art, Rin. Just post it like a speed drawing or something. Um, I'm working on a big video about. Well, it's too easy. You know what part of the problem is with digital art? It's too easy to erase. I know I can just not. I can just go back and get rid of, retry it if I need to be. Sometimes with like traditional art, I feel like I have to do it right the first time makes me focus. Whereas like, is this I ran today. Part of the problem with doing these is, if you do these a lot, day to day, my life isn't all that. You know what's different about my life today? Nothing. Nothing. I have no new interesting stories to share. I mentally think I'm in a better place about my father's death than I've been in for a long time. Do you guys want to talk about that? Yeah. Do you guys want to talk about that? Uh, I'm in a better place about 3 years ago, and I realized a few weeks ago, God, I had been in a really deep depression about that for the past 2 years. I had been really really depressed about that for about 2 years. I didn't even like really register it as like grief. Like I didn't even really think of it as like, oh no, it's that was sad. But then I would just uh, I realized, oh no, you have been that was a really dark period of your life. I love my dad, but it's like I didn't even like really register what was happening as like grief. It was just like extreme pain in my head, because I thought, but extreme pain in my head and not being able to think about anything about him or my childhood. And a couple of weeks ago, it occurred to me, it's like, oh no, Oh no, 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 Sean. That was the grief. That was the horrible grief you were going through. And weirdly, like finally being able to accept that as what it was, like I've been starting to feel a lot better about myself lately. You know, which has been a nice which has been nice. But fuck, it took me like 2 years to realize how bad it had gotten. So right, yeah, like I didn't even like think that's what I was going through. You know, because it's like I didn't even, it didn't even occur to me that's what I was going through. Um, but I was, and it was just yeah. Anyways, so I didn't say that for sympathy. It's just like that's the thought process that's been in my head lately. It's like so nowadays I'm like in a. I mean, I am in a much better spot than I was. Oh, I just scared away almost all the viewers. Hey, sorry about getting sincere for a minute there. We don't have to be. We can talk about stupid stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just in a better spot in my head. It's a weird feeling because it's a weird feeling that I am where I am now. It feels precarious, but it's just like just generally I'm in a better spot than I have been for a very long time. And what's weird is I didn't even like yeah. Yeah, because what's weird is like I didn't even process that it was grief, which is weird because I should have, right? Like that should have been like the obvious thing, right? Like that should have been the obvious thing. It's like, oh no, Sean, you're sad, and I don't think I even really realized that I was just it did like it's a weird thing. It's just like yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Sometimes some days it was darker than others. Hey, so I got that issue under control now. Just one of next is to get the 100 other issues I'm going through to some reasonable spot. See, the thing is, I've long suspected I have a OCD, and I'm pretty certain of it at the moment, really. Anyways, hey, you know what? You guys should look. Gabriel, I take it you're a "Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared" fan. Um, would I get in trouble for showing this? Oh well, that's that clock thing is a reference to I think "Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared." Layla, do you know Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared? I think we can, I won't show the full video, but I'll show like a minute of this. Oh, no. Because it's a great video. I got obsessed with this one particular video for a while. Anyways, I got very obsessed with that video for a while. It's from a guy named Jack Rude Art. Whenever I show like a YouTube video on here, I never want it to be like, I never want to like show the full video. I don't know. Just because like these get saved, and I don't know. I don't feel good about like just having somebody else's video on here and just showing it completely, because it's like, I've watched a few reaction videos before. You know, sometimes I watch like a video so many times, like I eventually just watch a reaction video because it's like, and every time I do, I'm always like, I don't know. I watched this one reaction video, and it was like, the guy barely said any words the whole time. And I was like, thank you. I'm not nearly as popular as them. I would probably be a lot more popular if I did that. But... oh, why are these reaction channels still popular? Is it because they just play a lot of high-quality content from all over YouTube? I do think it's so funny. Well, they show the best, you know, or it's like, yeah, of course they do. It's like if you, for free, you just played like Avengers, like all the Marvel movies. If I just played all the Marvel movies on here and sat there and didn't say anything, I'm like, yeah, the most popular videos on YouTube are some good stuff. Anyways, I wish I could make like, you know, I'm a really big fan of, I won't play it because he gets very, oh damn it. Yeah. CGP Gray. I really like his videos. I really want to make videos like him. Do you guys ever watch CBG Gray? He's really, I really like his stuff. Every once in a while he'll have sort of a weird point, but most of the time I think he has some really cool ideas. He does some really interesting stuff. CGP Gray. He's very particular about showing any videos of his on YouTube, so I'm not going to. He makes stuff like the last one I think I watched of his was he went through the entire he'll make very weird stuff, like he went through the entire system of airport codes and why airport has different codes, uh, and it's stuff like that, stuff you don't think will be interesting, and it's like really interesting. Basically, it's a long-term fight between several different aeronautics agencies with aeronautics agencies and the classification systems that they want to use. It's really interesting. See, I'm not explaining it well. It's interesting when he explains it. Not so interesting when I explain it. Partly because there's like physics and geography that goes into it, and basically at some point he has to like explain the entire history of like he has to explain like the why the Earth moves the way it does, to explain why airports have certain codes. Or like he did a really good video on the history of the name Tiffany. That's my favorite. That's one of my favorite ones. You know that Tiffany is. Do you know that Tiffany is a medieval name? I didn't know that. It sounds very modern, right? So this is a classic in fantasy fiction. This is a classic issue with. Like history and fantasy. So, Tiffany is actually a medieval name. If you don't know, it originates from Theophania. It's a shortening of the name Theophania, which is a Greek name, and it means. Tiffany means roughly. Tiffany means divine epiphany is what it means. So it's a divine epiphany. So if you meet anybody the name Tiffany, it's epiphany. Tiffany is epiphany. Anyways, so yeah, and there was like very shaky evidence of it, and then he found a few. Tiffany Raganel is one of the definitive medieval Tiffany's. Anyway, so the reason, and she's very cool. Her husband was the sheriff of she predicted that her husband would die in a great battle if he went. It's a whole thing. There's like magic and weird French mysticism involved. It was very cool. Anyways, so the reason Tiffany gets popular in the 80s is because of Breakfast at Tiffany's. Comes out on videotape right around the 80s, and that pushes it. Breakfast at Tiffany is the first Audrey Hepburn movie released on VHS. And the reason it's called Breakfast at Tiffany's is because Tiffany's jewelry store, and then there was Truman Capote wrote a book called Breakfast at Tiffany's about a woman who played by Audrey Hepburn and the Breakfast at Tiffany's is such an interesting. The movie is totally ruined by us. The movie, unfortunately, is totally ruined by one single decision that they make. And if you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about, which is Mickey Rooney's performance in it. Completely outdated, even at the time. Mickey Rooney, a white guy, does terrible yellow face in it. It's really awful. It's in fact kind of embarrassing. It's embarrassing to watch. It feels like a movie from like the 1912, the early 1900s. It's a character. It just occurred to me that there's Actually, that would be kind of interesting. There's I should make a video about that. Not that specifically, but it reminded me of something. A thing that I don't see a lot of people talk about, but I have watched a little bit of it, and I should just make a video about it. Would you guys like it if on this channel I dedicated more time to talking about silent films? Would that be something you guys would be up for? Do you guys want to learn about like silent films and the various interesting directors that came out of it and the movements that were there? Okay. Because there are some silent movies I'd like to talk about. Uh, there's Sunset. If you guys have ever seen. No. So okay. So the very first one of the most complicated things in the history of the Oscars is that the very first Oscars there's actually two Best Picture awards, which feels strange to say, but and the winner was a movie called Wings. The generally accepted winner now is a movie called Wings. But the thing is, I think the other movie was the better movie. It's a movie called Sunset. Um, it's from it was. I'm just trying to remember his name. It's Victor Frankl, the director of Nosferatu. Then there's stuff like Man with a Movie Camera, which is an early Soviet kind of propaganda. It's just this is gonna drive me crazy because he's a very good director, and I need to. Hey, you might have just got a preview of an idea, a character I'm working on. Nosferatu. Nosferatu. There we go. F.W. Murnau. Well, F.W. Murnau is maybe one of the best early. Hi. Yes. Early directors. Maybe the best early director. And he did a lot of interesting. How's it going, Fluff? Yeah. Okay. Okay. You're making me a little nervous here, Fluff. Gotta be honest. Make me a tiny bit nervous. Yeah, you're being a little bit sus. I don't. Listen, if you are under any impression that I have the ability to speak to the divine, I do not. Okay. We're okay. You know what? I have a rule. Here's a good rule. If you ever do online streaming stuff, if you're ever weirded out by anybody, just ban them. Just ban them. Like don't even try and like like just ban them. Yeah, yeah. Somebody gave me that advice once, and it's like that's always helped me in the end. If somebody just is starting to behave weird, just they're gone. Especially if they're new. If they're new, if I know you and you want to just like if you have a bit you want to do or something, I'm fine with that. But if they come in and they're brand new and they start just saying odd things that make me feel uncomfortable, like God is broken. I don't know what that was about. Coloring is hard. You notice I don't do it a lot because I do actually find it quite hard. It's just I spend so much trying time. Uh, well, color good. Do it. It is nice with digital art a little bit that my back doesn't hurt as much because when I do stuff on Discord, uh, when I do stuff normally, I have this whole setup. I have this whole setup that I do. Uh, you know, and it's such a pain to get it set up. Here, all I have to do is sit in my chair and just lean back and just draw, which is so much nicer and easier. I do love doing traditional art. I'm a big fan of it, but it's just so I pencil and paper. I'm a big fan of it, but oh my god, it's so nice to be able to just sit down and not have like my back be freaking killing me. Christ. Not you. It's just I always forget. I keep going. It's like it's only $69, but it's not that difficult to reconnect. That's really cool. Holy heck, that's really cool. I like it. So who's your main character? Is it this person or this person? Uh, because I'll say if this one is in orange, then you should do this one in blue because yes, yes it does. I was gonna say if this one is wearing orange, then oh, it's a fish. If they're wearing orange, then that one should. Yeah, the coloring's all right. I didn't pick up on it was a fish. Now I see it now. Yes, that looks metal. The coloring is all right. Yes, you're doing good. Kind of reminds me of. Did you ever watch The Amazing Adventures of Gumball? Oh, well, I was saying, well, if you're going to color one orange, this is my very basic color theory. Then, is you should color the other one blue so they contrast with each other. Or is that meant to be a mirror? No. Yeah, that's what I would do. Well, that's on you. And hello, Fred. Hello. Hello, 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 how are you? Hello, 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 how are you? Hope you're doing good, hope you're doing well, hope you're doing good in all these fun and little spells. Ho ho, ho ho, how good it is to see you. Ho ho, ho ho. Hello. Right? Yeah. I should get in the studio right now. Like my favorite rapper, Travis Knight. we found that out at the be head of Leica. Do you know who Travis Knight is? He's a very worthy director, but he has sort of a little bit of a there is you could very credibly accuse him of being a little bit of a Nepo baby implies something, but like Nepo baby, nepotism hire means it. But so Travis Knight directed Coraline, Kubo and the Two Strings. He also directed, he's a very acclaimed stop motion animator, and a really good one too. Like, his movies are very good. He's also been doing some live action directing. He directed the Bumblebee movie and stuff, which is the best Transformers movie. But the thing with Travis Knight is, if people don't know, okay, so Travis Knight's father is Phil Knight. And if you don't know who Phil Knight is the founder of Nike. But we discovered on the last stream that Travis initially wanted to be a rapper, which we all found very funny. So Fred, what is going on? What new Roblox game have you been playing? Yeah. We're at what, 105? Huh. Views. Let's see. That's good. I have a video set for today. I'm not a huge fan of it. It's just a clip I took from the live stream. If you ever see me post clips, by the way, from live streams, note that the reason I do that is I did not have any ideas. And I was so desperate, I was just like, screw it, I'll just post a clip from a live stream. It is the lowest effort video I can make. I have a bigger one I'm sort of planning at some... I've recorded the audio for, I just need to put the video together for. I'm a little lazy when doing that. Actually, this isn't turning out too bad. I made a decision beforehand that I was going to draw this one and only this one. Because sometimes what happens in these streams is I just can't make a decision about what I want to draw, so I'll just keep starting new drawings over and over again, and when the better thing to do is just sit down and work on one until I get it right. How long have I been going for? I'll keep going. I'm hungry right now, but there's no food really in the house, so I guess I could. Oh, don't you hate 5 a.m.? I don't know if people have experienced this. It's like you're hungry, you don't have food in the house, you want to go out and get something, but even breakfast places aren't open this early, so you're just stuck being hungry. No, already? This is a real pain. This is a real pain. I need to. It is weird. Is showing you guys the screen. Oh, nothing, nothing. The program I'm using to broadcast my iPad to you guys, it always closes after 10 minutes. Now I can theoretically. I can theoretically, you know, because I'm just using the free version. Now, if I paid for it, it would just broadcast for as long as I want. But oh, right now, no. I mean, Whataburger is open. Yes, it closes every. Yeah, it stops streaming after every 10 minutes, so I have to reconnect every 10 minutes. And theoretically, I could buy the full version of this, and that would stop. But 10 minutes. Having to reconnect it every 10 minutes really isn't that big of a deal, honestly. No, there'll be places open in like an hour or two that I could go to, but right now, no. Oh, anime or live action? I'm assuming anime. What's MG? Just occurred to me. Yeah. You do wonder what they've never seriously thought about making a Metal Gear Solid anime, right? Like that feels like it would have been. Did you see that? Did you see that they're doing a new Ghost in the Shell? Oh my god. My god. It's full of stars. I've actually never seen One Piece. I don't know. By the time I was aware of it, it was already like 10,000 episodes long, and I just couldn't do it mentally. I'm like, Metal Gear Solid. Metal Gear Solid. I got to thinking about like Metal Gear Solid as a. You do wonder why they never tried to make an anime of it. I was like, oh, that feels like would have been an idea floated. So what do you think of One Piece? What? What? I'm just thinking now. What game should have got a anime that it never did? I just realized. Oh, she is going for like a warrior thing with her. Okay. This is she. They're definitely going for like the warrior. I just found this picture on Pinterest, but I've seen her before. I know she's a wrestler from Japan. And I realized that they're definitely going for like a warrior look for her. The warrior is a famous, if contemptuous wrestler, kind of. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't. Really, a lot of plot armor? Yeah. Well, you know, for any long running thing, you have to give your characters some plot armor. You know, unless you're very willing to like kill your main character, like kill even your very main character off. Every character is going to have just a little bit of plot armor because you know in the end they're going to win or overcome it. But yeah, especially in modern day. Yeah. Well, that's the criticism I've heard. I've never seen the anime, but that I've heard that criticism before. No, no, no. I agree. There's a level where it has to have. But that's a criticism I've heard is that it's just because part of the problem is people talk about is what the anime is doing is every episode corresponds to a single chapter of the manga. So they want every episode to be a manga chapter. And the problem with that is manga chapters don't always have enough for a single episode. So everything is really extended. Yeah. Right? Yeah. And and that's like the central problem is like they're constant. No, they shouldn't. That's a bad way of doing it. That's a bad way of doing it. Most anime don't do that. Most anime will adapt like 4 or 5 chapters. No, 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 no. You are right. They shouldn't be doing that. Most anime will adapt like 4 or 5 chapters, usually, for a single episode. What they're trying to avoid is overtaking the manga. Because the problem that a lot of like anime will run into is this. You've seen it before. It's like it's the reason why filler arcs exist. So a filler arc. What happens with a filler arc? Not that this justifies. It just means that the system is the problem. There's a lot. It's more of a problem with like the system of anime more than anything. Oh, damn it. And of course, I have directly produced an anime, so I know everything about it. But um, what a lot of animes will do is like they'll produce like there'll be filler arcs that the staff themselves come up with while they wait for the actual manga guy to like to finish. If that makes sense. Yeah. And I think One Piece is trying to solve this problem, from my understanding. This is all like stuff I've heard from other people. Is instead of like doing what you usually do, which is adapt a couple, you adapt one at a time, so they don't overtake the manga. But the problem is, it doesn't work like that, Leilai. Episodes are much longer, and episodes are much longer. So what they have to then, like a traditional manga chapter. So what they have to do is they have to add filler to the episodes themselves. Yeah. You do wonder. I think about this with One Piece. You know, there's an anime that is not popular here in the US, but has been going on for like, I think almost like 70 years. Yeah. Here's the thing. That always makes me a little irritated with anime when it does that. I usually prefer shorter, like non-shonen-y anime for that exact reason. I don't like all this plot recap and like filler stuff that they do. Yeah, Lupin is good. Yeah, yeah. My favorite is Cowboy Bebop. Layla, my favorite is Cowboy Bebop. What is it? Shonen means boy. Seinen. I always forget how to say it. Even as a kid, I prefer like the older people stuff. Cowboy Bebop was my favorite. is my favorite anime, I think. I can't say it. It's so there's a well there's okay, shoujo is for women. Shoujo is for women. There's um sh- okay. Shonen means like something like young boy. It's like or boy. What's the type of anime for adults? Seinen. 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 Which is aimed at adult men, and josei is aimed at adult women. Whereas shonen is aimed at kids, is aimed at boys, and shoujo is aimed at girls. Yeah, josei is for adult is anime and manga for adult women, like 18 plus. Yeah, I tend to prefer those because I'm a cool adult. I don't do kid stuff. Honestly, this isn't turning out so bad, you know. I think at least. It really proves the logic of just sitting there for hours and drawing, just not stop working on a drawing. Yeah. Well, do you think Marvel will hire me? Marvel.com. I want to get hired by Marvel or DC. Uh, what? I mean, lately that's not really an issue really much anymore. I usually have at least one person here till the end of the stream. But man, lately I would just like I watch like videos or listen to podcasts or I even occasionally like would watch a movie waiting for people to come in. Yeah, if nobody's here, and I have the energy to keep going, I'll just like watch a movie or something. I'll just watch like some videos or something. Um, but usually I don't have to worry. Usually I just usually there'll at least be one person who wants to hang out. Right now, I'm working on kind of a video about um, early juvenile fiction. So I've been listening to and reading some stuff. There's some really interesting things, including very early science fiction, like very early, uh, I can't get it wrong. Like, like one of the first real instances of a science fiction robot story is from a story from the early 1900s where it's pretty racist, but it's unfortunately, but it's historically interesting because it's about a genius kid who invents a rocket, a robot, a robot man, but it's he's powered by coal, steam, and stuff like that. It'd be something fun to recommend if it wasn't very, very racist, unfortunately, and it is. Oh boy. I'm also looking at some anyways. There's a company I want to talk about specifically. I'm not sure how I want to talk about them, but so have you ever heard of Nancy Drew? Oh my god! Oh my god! Well, half the reason they invent this robot is to protect. So they're gold miners. So it's about this boy genius who's a gold miner. I'll just say it. So he's about this boy genius who's a gold miner, and he invents this machine-powered man, this robot, and the thing he's fighting against is because he doesn't want native people. While it's they'll be out there and they'll be attacking us and they could scalp us and oh my god. So we have to create a machine that can defeat them. Yeah, it's that type that type of thing. Hello, Corgi. You came in at the exact perfect time when I was talking about this racist book I read. How's it going? How's it been? Koaki, how's it been? Yeah, but it's yeah. What are you talking about? There's no weird. Remember the Peter Pan? There was a live action Peter Pan movie, and it cast. Who did it cast? One of the Mara sisters. They can just never get that right, can they? Boy, do you think you bet Disney regrets having that in their catalog? You know, no, it's Let's see. Let me find it. No, that's a different one. You bet Disney regrets having that movie in their category because it's it's one of the it's the it's one of the films that, Walt worked on himself, but it has that thing, and it's like, well, they always have to make excuses for it. It is. Let me just find it. God, there's so many adaptations. Jeez Louise. Okay. Television, animation. Oh, there it is. What is this? Ah, that's it. Pan. Featuring, Rooney Mara as Tiger Lily. Rooney Mara is not in any way native, by the way. So Corgi, how's it going? What have you been up to these days? What is the lifestyle of Corgi? I was just looking. There's always Come Away, a film that portrays Peter Pan as the brother of Alice from. Jeez, I have no memory of. And there was real actors in this. What? David Oyelowo, Angelina Jolie. What is this? Derek Jacobi, which is a thing. Oh no. Who's a really good actor that probably I don't think has ever had a big nerd franchise, so people don't know about him as much as they should. This is a movie called Come Away, which positions that Peter Pan and Alice in Wonderland are brother and sister. It's a movie I've never heard of before. And it features David Oyelowo, Angelina Jolie, Michael Caine, some actual real good actors. How did I never hear about this? Wow, that is surreal. Yeah. It's just like a movie that I've never heard of before. Wow. Yeah, let's watch it. And from one of the main people, and from a Pixar animator, that is. It's always weird when David Oyelowo. That's a guy who should probably have. That's a guy who should probably have a bigger. Is a good actor and should probably have a bigger career than he's getting right now. I do have. Yeah, it's pretty. It's just such a random movie. Yeah, I was just looking at Peter Pan adaptations. Too many, by the way. Too many Peter Pan adaptations, or not enough. Dennis. It's so fun that like fun. It's so weird that Dennis Lowry, who's like a legitimately very like good indie director who makes kind of arty um, who makes these arty films all about atmosphere and stuff. Also is like a Disney guy who will like just make a Disney every like other movie he'll make like a Disney film. Like he made legitimately like amazing movie. Like I believe he made The Green Knight, which is a really great movie. Yeah, The Green Knight. I love that movie. And then he'll like he'll make a Disney film. It's a very weird sort of thing. Disney has this tendency. I've complained about this before. I mean, it's both a complaint and not a complaint, but has this tendency. What they'll do is they'll take indie director, like really like cool indie directors, and have them direct like some of the worst movies of their career. Sometimes it works out okay. But it's like Barry Jenkins, the guy who directed Moonlight, a legitimately beautiful movie, also like has the Mufasa prequel, like the prequel to the live action Lion King now on his CV, and I'm always like, was that needed? Was that needed? Maybe you guys like that movie, and I'm like being like a real like snob. I'm being like a real snob, which is fair. I've been a snob. I've been accused of such a thing before. Oh. It is very aggravating that this. It's a picture of my mom, by the way. I'm sure she'd love it if that picture, knowing that picture was public. Oh, are you enjoying it? That's good. Let's see, videos. Live latest. What is my most popular stream ever? No, that's definitely not my most. Okay, so my most popular stream was this random one. Yeah, I love movies. I went to film school, you know. So this was okay. This was my most popular art stream, which was like 733 views. Huh. The 24-hour stream I did like months ago. By the way, this I don't think I'm ever going to do a 24-hour stream again. That was really quite brutal. But we're just looking at my videos right now. Yeah, I did it partly so I could get like good like a lot of numbers. Here's what's happening with that one still. It's still being processed. It's still this live stream. It's still being processed up to this moment. Look at that. I was like partly it's like, oh, it'll give me such good numbers. I'll go on for like 24 hours. and because of like my I did play Dandy's World a couple of times. Yeah. We could do that again sometime. I'm not in the mood at the moment to do it right now, but if yeah, I did. Well, I had gotten enough drawing requests. Well, because a lot of people had asked me to draw Dandy's World characters, and I said, hey, yeah, and I said for like a special treat, do you guys want to play Dandy's World at some point? And they were like, and everybody was very into the idea. So yeah, yeah. Well, you can watch it if you want. You can watch me play it. Uh, I have a video of me playing it for the first time, and then I have a video of me streaming it. So feel free. Okay. Oh, come on. I was just curious what my most. I wonder why this random stream was just so popular. Who is that person? I don't know who that person is. Don't notice that person. I'm just looking. But my point about the 24-hour stream is partly why I did it was so would get pretty high numbers on it, and yeah, like high watch time, because that's what because not to be all mercenary and everything, but the most important thing at the moment right now for any channel, for especially right now, is for me is watch time on here, like watch hours. And the reason for that is I want to show you guys a video that I liked. Just trying to find it. There it is. There. And the reason for that is what? Yeah. Is because if I can get to 4,000 watch hours, which is the goal, I will this channel will get monetized, which would be really nice to have a monetization on YouTube. Yeah. Because it would be great, because I could get because people could send donations through YouTube. They would play ads, and ad dollars are really good on YouTube. We could yeah, it's just it's so much work, it's so much grinding to get very little in return in some ways. But like, one thing, if I could get up to if I could get to the monetization status, I could essentially run what is essentially like a Patreon on here. Because I do have a Patreon. I never do anything with it. One, because all the work that I would put into running it would kind of be useless at the moment, because nobody follows it and but on here, what would be so great is, because people don't like leaving platforms, all of it's run through here. Anyways. I wish I could help. I wish I could help you, Corky, but I'm barely managing to get the platform to work for me, and I mean just barely. Like, a big deal for me right now is that I'm hitting like on my videos like, I was doing okay on the shorts, not great, but I was doing okay on the shorts. And this is so boring, nobody cares. But it's stuff I'm obsessed over, so I was doing on the shorts I was doing okay. Five, I could pretty consistently get I'm about to say consistently. But see, look, 1,900. I mean, this doesn't look right. See, 1,000, 1,000, bad. Anyways. Where's like on the videos? Oh my god, it's like nothing. Like, I'm just getting nothing. I mean, that's not strictly true. Like, this one did okay. This one got 400. One day I want to do a sit down and we can watch this together. So this was a play I was in school. I don't know. I just uploaded it because I wanted there to be a place to watch it. 500, but it's just fucking nothing. It's just nothing. Anyways, nobody wants to hear it. I don't want to hear it, so let's stop. The algorithm doesn't love anybody. It's a cruel mistress. It only believes in hating things. That would be the Houston Doom. Oh yeah, we discovered that on stream a few nights ago. We discovered the Houston Doom. I got very excited about that. Oh. I got very excited about the Houston Doom. One second. I'll get this. Do you guys want to see the Houston Doom? I don't know much about I think that's a really cool name. I think that's a really cool name for a sports team. Because I was complaining about how bad my team, the Houston Texans are. The name. I think it's such a. So in Houston, Houston, the city I'm from. We have a team called our football team is the Houston Texans. Now, Houston is in Texas, so it's kind of redundant and it sounds bad and it's not interesting, and you could call the Houston anyways. So this is the Houston Doom. I'm just obsessed with their logo. I think that's like such a killer logo. Look at that. Look at that logo. Look how killer that is. And it's a good name. The Houston Doom is the female full tackle team here in Houston, which I didn't know we had till yesterday. I didn't even know that was a thing. it is fire, right? It's a fire. It's a fire. Like just that name and that look is fire. Look at that. Look how cool that looks. So they're part of, and this is a mouthful. Like this needs to be fixed. This needs to be fixed. You need a simpler name. They are part of the USPWFL. I don't know what that exactly stands for, but I know it's what it is. It's the full tackle football league for women. Which is cool. But yeah, so now I'm a Houston Doom stan. I'm going to cheer for the Houston Doom. I'm thinking of even trying to go to one of their games just to see it. Partly we were making fun of. So there's two football leagues here in the. There's one that people don't care about, but the UPW. Oh, I don't know. There's so many team names, but it's there's a lot. Anyways, it's kind of the minor league of football, or it's attempting to be at least. And ours is called the Houston Gamblers, and I think that's a really dumb name. I know there's some history behind it, but I think it's a really dumb name. You know why I think it's a dumb name? Because you know what isn't legal here in the city of Houston, Leilai? Corgi? You know what isn't legal here in the city of Houston? Guess what isn't legal here? Gambling. There's no gambling here. You can't call us the Houston Gamblers when the act itself is illegal. Anyways. About 2 hours. Yeah, the Houston Gamblers. Celebrating Houston's proud history of not gambling. Oh, because it's a whole thing. It's like it was the founders' original team. It's dumb. It's a dumb reason that has nothing to do with the city and has everything to do with the guy who started the team. It's like, okay, I'm gonna get in trouble for this. I'm going to get in trouble for this. I'm about to insult a Canadian team, also the team my mom roots for. So, but I don't think this is funny. Toronto Maple Leafs. Okay, so I've always had a problem with the Toronto Maple Leafs as a team name. Now, what is wrong? I'm going to let you guys try and figure out what is wrong with the name of this team. Can you figure it out? Can you figure out what the problem is with the team name? The Toronto Maple Leafs. I'll give you a minute to think. Look very closely at the name of the team. There's a obvious error. There's an obvious error that exists with the name of the team. Okay, do you have you figured out what the problem is? Have you figured out what the problem is? That's not how you spell Leafs. It's not how you spell Leafs. You spell. Now, I'm not a great speller. Leaves. The plural of leaf is leafs. The plural of leaf is leaves, not leafs. Yes. It's misspelled. It's been misspelled for decades. Now, people in Canada, if there are Canadians here, you're probably going to get mad, and you're also probably not going to tell me you're mad because that would be considered quite rude for a Canadian to do. But yes, it's misspelled. L-E. Well, there's competing story. I've heard a few competing stories about why it's spelled that way. Nobody can quite confirm. I've never seen it historically. Nobody can actually really figure out why it's spelled out. What happened? There's a few like some people say it's not. There was a military unit called the Leafs, and that's where the name comes from. Some say that the owner just kind of screwed up. Nobody's quite sure how. I'm not quite sure how it happened. Like, there's been different accounts of it, but it's not the big deal. It's not really the biggest deal in the world, but it is funny. It is funny that it is misspelled. Can't get this arm to look right. What am I gonna do? How long have we been on? You know, I think this is good enough. I think we've been on for long enough that we can call it here. You know? Good seeing everybody. Have a good night, everybody. Why is it there? Why is the chat there? Okay. Have a good night, everybody. Bye-bye.